Welcome back. This is the post-game show presented by the Maroon Club. Every gift matters every year. Join the Maroon Club today. And our player of the game presented by Coca-Cola. Experience the Coke side of life. John Leone standing by with Coach Fran O'Hanlon.
Coach, you knew coming in, Bucknell in first place in the league, a very good basketball team. I think what surprised me the most, probably not you but me, was their quickness, their physicality, and their intensity defensively.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I mean, they've beaten, they're undefeated in the first half of this league on the road. And it all starts with their defensive intensity. They got a big hit inside, the rim protector. It allows them to get up on the perimeter. And we knew it was going to be tough scoring against them. I think they got 14 offensive rebounds in the first half, which, you know, it's hard to win games if we're going to do that. But, you know, they beat Holy Cross by 20 on the road. They beat Colgate by 15. I mean, they're just
they beat Vanderbilt down at
They beat Vanderbilt. You know, they're really terrific.
Yeah, you know, Coach, I was talking to Pat Doherty at halftime, and he talked a little bit about a strategy. In the first half, he felt you were doubling down a little too much, taking away the inside. And did you expect them to be able to? They're a good three-point shooting team. Are they a great three-point?
Well, they're very good at 37%. But you know, if you give guys open shots like we were giving them, they're going to knock them down. They can make them, and you know. And then they also are used to playing at that pace, you know. I mean, we had some open looks, but, you know, sometimes the intensity of the game makes it hard.
You're exactly right. That's the thing that stood out. Now, again, I know I work with a guy who played for you, and he keeps telling me, he's actually a boss where I am now. He says, don't make excuses. Excusitis. But, Coach, long stretches of this game, you've got 3 and 4 freshmen on the floor. And they're freshmen, but they're also kind of colts growing into themselves. What's the learning curve like for them?
I think they're getting better, but you know, as you said, there's no excuses. We got to throw out there who we're going to throw out there, and if we're down to an 8-man rotation, and so be it. They're going to be wearing Lafayette gear, and they better perform.
I like this group, Coach. They're going to get bigger, they're going to get stronger, and they're going to get better under you. Good luck next game.
Thank you.
You got it. Kyle Stout, you know, Kyle, those of us in the Lehigh Valley who've watched you play know you can shoot the basketball. What's impressed me, I saw that baseline drive against Lehigh when you took it to the basket with authority. 11 rebounds tonight. I know the shot's going to come. Talk about the adjustment for you. You're 3/4 of the way into the season now. Your first year at this level. Talk about the speed of the game and the adjustment for you.
I mean, my teammates have made that easy for me. I think the adjustment, senior leaders leading us. And as you said, my shot has been funnily, but I think there's other ways I can impact the game, like rebounding, like you said, attacking the basket, getting other people's open looks.
Has anything surprised you? I just talked to Coach O about the speed of the game. Are you catching up to the speed of the game? I mean, Bucknell, they really got up in your face. They didn't give you anything.
I mean, yeah, Bucknell's a great team, like you said, and the speed is a little different. I mean, we got to get used to that, I think. But being all those freshmen, we're getting a lot of minutes, so we're not really freshmen in minutes. I mean, we're freshmen as a class, but I think we need to get better.
One last thing to that point, Kyle. You talk about this freshman class. There's 4 of you, 5 of you actually, and you're growing together. What's that unity like? It's a tough season so far, but are you hanging in there? Talk about sticking together.
I mean, yeah, we're really growing as a team, I think. Coming here, we were all best friends in a couple of days. I mean, we're really working to get better on the court.
Good luck going, I guess, Loyola on Saturday.
Yep, thank you.
Good luck, Kyle. Gary, John, it was a tough one, you're right, but I still like this freshman class. I like their skill set for Fran O'Hanlon's system. And John Feinstein, thanks for coming up tonight. You know, you guys had a certain chemistry about you tonight, and it took me 40 minutes of basketball to figure it out, but I finally got it. You're the only broadcasting crew in the country who's never paid for a round of golf.
And I don't see anything wrong with that.
And is that a bad thing? Or you say that's a bad thing? I think that's a good thing.
Let's go to the highlights, and we'll wrap this thing up as John will take us through those highlights. And obviously, we can't show all of the Bucknell highlights, John.
No, we haven't got all night, but a lot of it in that first half was three-point shooting. They made 9 threes in the first half, only 2 in the second half. They did cool off, but they continued to play good defense, as Fran referenced in that post-game interview. But this was all first half stuff where they had a bunch of guys making threes. There's Fallon out of that triple team, finding a shooter in the corner. And then here's a steal by Brown, leads to a layup, a rare layup. They made more threes than they did 2s in the first half. I think it was 9-3 in the first half. And then Lafayette did finally answer with some shooting of their own, but just not enough. Janacek had a nice shooting game, made some threes, and Nick Lindner ended up with, what, 4 points, I believe.
Just 3.
On the night. 3 points on the night. And here's Klinowski. This is first half where he got off to a good shot. Stout hit 3 of his first 5, and there's Stout at the buzzer with that bonus basket. And Stout, again, had a very nice game. That's why he was player of the game, hitting a couple threes there from the right-hand side in the second half to give Lafayette some offense, but not enough because they were up against a very good team. You know what impressed me also about Bucknell? Because they didn't shoot it particularly well in the second half, but they had 9 steals for the game, and they also had, what is the number, 22 offensive rebounds. 22. That's unreal.
53 rebounds in a game
Yeah,
is pretty much
a lot of missed shots, too.
Also. All right, Kyle Stout, by the way, 9 points, but 10 rebounds, a career high for him. Let's take a look at the final numbers for Bucknell. Their 78 points came on 21 field goals, but 11 of those were three-pointers, so more than half from beyond the arc. 25 for 31 from the free throw line. They were led Zach Thomas with 14 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. Kimball McKenzie, 14 points, and Stephen Brown with 11 points. Bucknell goes to 16-6 and 8-1 in the Patriot League as they sit atop the Patriot League, ahead by at least 2 games and maybe more after the action tonight. For Lafayette, they're 55 points on 22 field goals. They were just 5 for 22 from beyond the arc, 23% on the evening, 6 for 10 from the foul line. They got 10 points out of Matt Klinowski, 9 points and 10 rebounds for Lucas Jarrett. Kyle Stout with 9 points and a dozen rebounds, and Hunter Janacek with 11 points in the ball game. Lafayette falls to 6-14. They fall to 2-7 in the Patriot League, and they'll look to get the second half started a little bit better when they take on Loyola on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock.